I just got my hands on the Garret AT Pro Pointer, also known as the Garret Carrot. I know this is renowned to be one of the best pinpointers in the world. Today I'm going to be unboxing it, getting it all, trying it out, and seeing if it can really live up to its reputation.
And make sure to stick around till the end when we take it out for a live hunt and get some awesome finds. We'll get into it.
So, for a long time pinpointing, when I've been metal detecting, I've used the Fisher Fpulse pinpointer. Absolutely love it, does the job awesome. Got mine from DredgeNZ about 2-3 years ago, and it has just been amazing. I've loved it. I did a video comparing it to its other competitors, and it just blowed them out of the water. However, I've never been able to get my hands on the Garret Pro Pointer. However, DredgeNZ, Gold Shop here, has got them in. They've now have access to the Garret Pro Pointers. So any of you Kiwis who have been wanting one of these and haven't been able to get them, you can now get them right here in New Zealand. But yeah, we've got the Garret Pro Pointer here. I haven't taken it out of the box at all, but we're going to be seeing how it does, whether it can compare to the Fpulse in parks. One thing I'm real excited to try is it says it's more sensitive to fine gold. So we'll see if it's any good on those small gold targets and see if it can beat the Fpulse in that aspect, or any aspect really, and see if it is truly one of the world's best pinpointers. So we'll get into it. Easy to open box, doesn't seem to be sealed up too much. Okay, awesome. So we have pinpointer holder. This is pretty much the exact same as the one that comes with the Fpulse. A nice clip onto your belt, chuck the pinpointer in there. Nice wee bonus, always good to have one of those. We then have the Garret Pro Pointer All-Terrain, the Garret Carrot, as they call it. It has your inches and centimetres measure on there. As you can see, it is 8 inches, 20 centimetres long. So it is, compared to the Fpulse, it is slightly, ever so slightly smaller than the Fpulse. It's got nice solid looking plastic. I'm not sure if it will corrode or not. We'll have to see in time. It's got this nice digging tool here. That's a bonus. As I said, your measurement in inches and centimetres. Has a little torch, not sure if that'll be any good or not. Your control button, your speaker, your lanyard, and your battery, which I believe, I'm not sure if DredgeNZ put this in here or not, or if it just comes with it. It comes with a 9-volt battery. This one uses, unlike Fpulse uses AAs, this uses 9-volt, which in my opinion is a downside. 9 volts are a bit more expensive and harder to get, but it is what it is. So, screw that back up. It is fully waterproof as well, which is awesome. Nice bonus when pinpointers are waterproof. Most of them are, but yeah, that is a nice bonus. Rest of what's in here: instructions, Pro Pointer AT owner's manual, and your register your Garret metal detector online sport division. Not sure what that is. I think it might be a warranty or something. But yeah, basically, if we look on the box, we'll see what this pointer has. So, one touch operation, waterproof to 6 meters. Fast reaching, quick press the button to shrink detection field. Waterproof to 6 meters, adjustable sensitivity. It's got the exact same sensitivity as the Fpulse. Vibrate or vibrate in sound. Sensitivity levels 1 to 3. So the Garret is also that. Vibrate or vibrate in sound. Sensitivity levels 1 to 3. Proportional audio / vibrate pulse. Alarms increases in intensity based on target's proximity. Pinpoint tip detection. 360 side scan detection. Lost Pro Pointer alarm. Automatic power off. Ruler with inches and centimeters. LED light. Patent scraping blade, as I showed you. Automatic tuning. Lanyard loop. Operates up to 30 hours on a 9-volt battery. Operating temperatures negative 37 to 70. So pretty much all the temperatures, unless you throw it in a fire, it'll be alright. Total weight 6.5 ounces. Battery 9-volt. Okay, so the 9-volt is included. DredgeNZ didn't put that in there. So no matter where you are in the world, you'll get a 9-volt with it. Warranty 2 years. And web holster, as you saw, included. So we'll power this one on. So to power on, quick press the button. And it's on, just like that. So it's obviously going to go off at the ground. So what we'll do is we'll adjust the sensitivity. So we hold the button. So that's sensitivity. vibrate 1, vibrate 2, vibrate 3, sound 1, sound 2, sound 3. And then from there, I'm not too sure what we do. I think it just, yeah, from there you just leave it and it automatically goes back into detecting. Seems to have a very solid, consistent tone as we go into the ground, which is very good. But anyway, that is the Garret. So we'll do some tests on it and we'll see how it compares, and then we'll take it out into the field and see how it does there. So we have the Garret AT Pro set up here. As you can see, we have I've got a piece of paper here. I just used one of the bots, couldn't find any more. And we're going to mark the targets depending how far it can get them. This is just an air test. Obviously, this isn't going to be accurate for all situations, but it's a nice baseline. So what we have, a New Zealand copper 1 cent piece, a New Zealand copper nickel 50 cent piece, a 1 ounce silver turtle coin, a sterling silver chunky ring, a 9 carat smaller gold ring, a 0.02 gram gold picker. The GPX 6000 just picks this up. It's borderline too small for it. So that's how small of a piece it is. Nugget just over half a gram, a 1.5 gram nugget, and then a 6.2 gram nugget. So we're going to test these all, mark them down, and then compare it to the Fpulse on an ear test to see if it beats it. Powered on. We're all good to go. So 1 cent piece. Also with the Garret, I found its actually most sensitive point is just around about here and here, as two sensors here and here. So if you go along the side, it can actually be more sensitive. However, directly along the bottom is also quite sensitive, and that's generally what you're pinpointing with. Okay. About there for the 1 cent. We'll get into it and we'll get back to you once we have the results. So we got the results in from the AT, and it's quite surprising. So our 50 cents coin, this one, was way down here, but our 1 ounce silver coin was all the way down here. I am sure it is a real silver coin. I also tried a silver maple leaf, and that had the exact same result. So 50 cents down here, 1 ounce right here. Our gold ring and our 1 cent both rang up almost exactly the same. For some reason it got the gold ring significantly further than the silver ring. Maybe it's because it's got that chunky bit at the front. Gold ring and 1 cent here, 0.925 silver ring there, 6.2 gram nugget there, 1.5 gram nugget there, half gram nugget just there off the pointer. And then the .02, it did pick up, but you had to put it directly on the most sensitive part on the side there for it to pick up. So very unpractical in terms of detecting a piece that small, but it could pick it up. So now we will try the Fpulse and see how the Garret compares on an ear test. So our first test on the Fpulse, we'll do the 50 cent. Starts picking it up right there. So it looks like the Fpulse may still reign king in overall sensitivity, but we'll have to compare in the field. I'll do all these tests and get back to you. So I've done all the tests on the Fpulse compared to the Garret, and we have our results. So our 50 cents on the Fpulse, it got us, we'll use the Garret to measure, it got it around about 2.5 centimeters, or just about an inch further than the AT. The 1 cent, the Fpulse got, this is the Fpulse's 1 cent, 1 ounce silver coin, both the same, and 925 ring, versus the AT. Oh, I didn't do the gold ring on the Fpulse, I just remembered. So the Fpulse is 1 ounce, 1 cent, and the 925, compared to the AT's 1 ounce, so that's about 2 centimeters further down. The AT's 1 cent, about 4 centimeters further down, and the AT's 925 about 3 centimeters further down. So on all of these, it's having around about an inch further range on the Fpulse. We then get down to the 6.2 gram nugget, little bit less there, less of a margin, maybe about 1.5 centimeters, 2 centimeters between the 6.2 gram nugget on the Fpulse and the Garret. 1.5 gram nugget. The F-Pulse got it at the same length as the Garret got the 6.2, so about 2.5 centimeters further than the 1.5. F-Pulse got the half gram nugget, teeny bit further than the Garret got the half gram nugget, about another 1/4 centimeter, 2.5 millimeters. And then the small gold, the F-Pulse did not pick it up at all. Anything sub tenth of a gram or smaller, the F-Pulse will not pick up at all. The Garret beats it in all the small gold, 0.15 of a gram and smaller consistently. It beats the F-Pulse. Like, it still barely picks them up, but it does actually pick them up when the F-Pulse won't. And those like ones the F-Pulse will just pick up, this one will get a little bit further. So it does beat it on the small gold. I will give it that. It is the best when it comes to the small gold targets. But like, you're talking micro gold. The majority of it, the F-Pulse wins. But we will take them in the field and see how they compare in the soil we have here and with interference. Hey, so we have our first target here. It's a 1 depth on the surface. So the Garret's getting it full all around it. Nice full target there. Now we'll bring in with the F-Pulse and compare. F-Pulse doesn't pin that up at all. We'll turn the Garret off. It might be turned off because of interference. Oh, the F-Pulse wasn't turned on. That explains it. So the F-Pulse is also picking that up. Not quite a full target on the F-Pulse, but it's a nice indicative beep. So we'll dig that out. Garret. Target. Got it out. This nice wee nail, picked it up perfectly. It's been real consistent, but the volume has just stopped. I've used it maybe an hour total time, not even that, 30 minutes of total time on the Garret now. No, we'll say an hour, we'll include the test, we'll say an hour. The sound's turned to nothing, and it's not, I haven't accidentally changed the settings. That's odd. We'll have to get that checked out. Maybe it's an issue with them, or maybe not. But maybe I've accidentally clicked something. I will have to reread the instruction manual. But, or the battery might be about to die, who knows. The built-in battery might be rubbish. It's a big downside if the sound's just cut out though, 1 hour after using. We'll get back to you. Turns out the sound, something must have just been up. I found out it's a known error, so I unscrewed the case, took the battery out, resecured it in, which is essentially a factory reset, and working fine again. So that's awesome. Still managing to work the Pro Pointer, but that's on the sound volume, and the volume's just almost nothing. But just got a surface fine, and we have a 5-cent piece, but not a Kiwi one, an Australian one. It was just literally, it's right in, kind of like, around the grass like that, kind of. You just flipped it off, and then, boom, that's unusual to find the surface fine. I'm thinking maybe someone tried to spend it, because there's a market here, like it's just everywhere, bits of food and stuff. Someone maybe tries to spend it, and then we're like, oh, this isn't New Zealand money, and just boom, just like that. So I've just been down to, as you can tell by all the sand, down at the beach, saltwater beach, and the Garret really doesn't work too well in the salt water. You can get it to work, but I'm glad I bought the F-Pulse because that's all I used. However, I'm in the park, first target, nice 21 to 23, got it out, super loud, and we have an Australian $2 coin. So that's arguably better than a New Zealand $2 coin, because it's worth like $2.10 New Zealand. But that's awesome. Next target with the Garret, got it nice in there, super loud. A 1900 Queen Victoria halfpenny. That is a very old coin. It was just, got it out. Boom, just like that. I am absolutely loving this Pro Pointer. As I said, the F-Pulse does have more raw power, full stop. However, the Pro Pointer is more consistent. The F-Pulse, it's great, it is awesome, but you often have to ground balance it, and you will occasionally get falsing from your detector. I haven't had this false once outside of the beach sand. This works better on the beach sand though. This does have more raw power once you get it working, but you have a lot of falsing, and you'll find your target a lot easier too, because there's a bigger search radius. You'll get onto your target more quicker in the hole than with the Pro Pointer. But the Pro Pointer, when you have a target, you know it's the target. It is so much more consistent. When the F-Pulse, once you get it out in the field, it can have quite a lot of falsing when you're running it on the higher sensitivities. So I am really loving it. It's actually, I couldn't really pick. I am more proficient with the Fpulse, so if I had to pick one to keep, it would be the Fpulse, but I'm really loving the Garret. I'll keep trying it, and who knows. I've got a really solid, nice 21-22, which is usually the sort of targets your spendable currency makes right on the surface. So, with the Garret turned on, we'll see if we can pinpoint it. Just like that. Nothing, 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 boom, you're on it. Oh, look at that. So that we have a $2 coin, which is $2. It's not much, but that's like $2. That's, yes, it's something good though. That's the equivalent of finding a silver sixpence. Like, you may think, oh, it's only $2, it's more than spendable. But like, if you were digging a silver sixpence, you'd be stoked, and that's the same value. In fact, it's probably a little more even, but nice. This one rang up a screaming 29.30, really loud. Flipped it out, only 2 depths, super light. You could see the imprint right there. Look what we have a New Zealand penny. A 1944 New Zealand penny. Just had the pinpointer, nothing, oh, it's not there. Suddenly, this is a bit of dirt here, it was more like that. Suddenly, it was like, oh, what's that? And boom, got it. Such a consistent pinpointer. Awesome. Now this one only rang up 19 to 22, and it's also a penny, when the other one rang up 29 to 30. The composition is the exact same, but the earlier New Zealand pennies just seem to ring up way higher, like the highest of anything basically. But I added a target, I dug the plug, and then stuck my thing in there, and it was still beeping at one point in the bottom, just like that. And I was like, oh, I have to go deeper, keep going deeper, louder, until scraped some more soil out. There we have it, a 1946 King George V New Zealand penny. Keep going, hopefully we can hit some silver, because if there's pennies here, it means it definitely hasn't been detected, and it means there's age here too. We'll keep going. Got a nice loud target with my metal detector, pinpointed it out, and I've just found the biggest coin I've ever found. It's a $1 coin, but it's massive. It's from the Cook Islands. That's awesome. Ring up a solid 19, and right in there, tucked under, dig down into it, put it down, have a look at this. This is massive. It's a 1983 Cook Islands $1. Now, $1 in 1983, the Cook Islands currency, I think, is bound to the New Zealand dollar, maybe. That was quite a lot of money back then, so I can see why they have a massive coin, but I've accidentally chipped it. But that is a monster. So it'll be copper nickel. But yeah, that rang up 19. That's like bigger than our old 50 cents even. That is huge. That's really cool. That was right in there in the Garret. Nothing, scream. Dug it down. Boom. That's a very cool find. Very happy with that. Just flipped out a really deep 5 depther. Dug the main plug, and the Garret was just making a faint ding. Got it down, it was from about here. And we have copper in the hole. Not that copper's good, but have a look at this. Look who's on the back. Thought it was Queen Elizabeth for a second, and I was like, oh wait, no, that's a half penny. It's not a young head Elizabeth, it's a young head Vicky. This coin is, look at that. This coin is it's 1800s. 1875. Whoa, that's the oldest half penny I've ever found, in 1875. Young head Vicky. 5 depth, rang up 17, 18, 19. I almost wasn't going to dig it, but I did, and I'm glad I did. As you can see. Very happy. I love this pinpointer. It does have its flaws, but I do love it, and if you want a Garret pinpointer, go for it. A nice New Zealand 2-cent piece got out instantly. This was unusual. This would ring up 16, 17, but a 2-cent piece, they're copper. They normally ring up 25-ish, so it's very interesting. But anyway, we'll keep going. It's 20, 22, and we have, I'm pretty sure it's silver. Little wee pendant, silver pendant. Garret. It only picks up when it's right on it, but that's a nice find. So I'm here with Jacob. He's one of our channel patrons, and we're out hunting with him, and 2 of my bucket listers is find a florin and a half ground. So I take him to this park that I've discovered in the past, and what does he find in one hole?
a florin and a half crown, both in the same hole. That's absolutely insane. That's massive silvers. That's
it was on the edge too. That half crown was on the
edge of the hole. So there's a 1942 and a 1933. Jeez, that's incredible. Nice work. Got to be stoked with that. So we're here at the cleanup. My detector went flat and we're just going to call it a day. So here's my haul for the day. I have 9 New Zealand dollars, 2 Australian dollars, this massive $1 Cook Islands coin, 2 badges, they're quite cool, some bullets, buttons, a bunch of 1 and 2 cent coins, 20 cent coin, oldest, a bunch of half pennies, oldest being 1875, and 2 1 pennies. We then have Jack's haul. He has also $11, but it's all New Zealand, some 1 and 2 cents, a bunch of 10 cents, and he got the silver ring at the beach. This awesome silver ring. That's one of the finds of the day. That's awesome. And then we have Jacob. He's got his 20 cent, 10 cent, 1 cent, 2 cent, quite a few dollars, few pennies, half crown, and then this massive pocket spill, silver half crown, silver florin, and the penny and a half penny all in the same hole. That's one of the best spills I've ever seen. It's amazing. And all this jewellery here from the beach. So,
and this is a mystery date.
Mystery date penny. So yeah, we're all very happy. We've all got pretty good hauls. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to smash down on that subscribe button. If you are interested in a Garret pointer yourself, as I said earlier on, make sure to check out DredgeNZ. The link is in the description below. I'd like to also give a massive thank you to all our channel patrons for their support. Videos like this would not be possible without them. Thanks heaps, and we'll see you on the next one.